Welcome to the Recon Trader. In today's video, I will share with you my top 4 best alternative crypto exchanges, as these days it appears that Binance has itself in the crosshairs of a lot of government agencies, and where I come from there's a saying that 1 is none and 2 is 1, and so it's always a good idea to have a backup plan when it comes to these crypto exchanges. And in reality, I have started to shift a lot of my trading off of Binance to these 4 different exchanges. So before we get too far into the weeds, I want to stress that this video is intended for informational purposes only, and at the end of the day, you need to do your recon and be responsible for your own decisions. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get to it. Now, when I'm starting to do my recon on exchanges, the first place I go is CoinGecko. You can go over to the exchanges tab, and that will pull up a list of all the top exchanges. And you will find them ranked by trust score, and that's according to CoinGecko's trust score. And it should be no surprise that Binance is number 1 on this list, as they do have the most volume out of all the exchanges at around $17 billion, and they get a trust score of 10. Now, a couple spots down is Coinbase, and Coinbase also gets a score of 10, and they have a volume of just over 2 billion, so a far cry from the 17 billion that Binance does. In addition to, a reason I don't use Coinbase for an exchange when trading, their fees are extremely high, and those high fees will cut right into your profit. Now, if we scroll down to the number 13 spot, OKEX is an exchange I have started to shift a lot of my trading volume over to, and you can see they actually have $3.4 billion worth of trading volume, so they actually have more trading volume than Coinbase. The main reason they are coming in lower on this list is the trust score of 9, but at the end of the day, 9 is an acceptable trust score. And with that being said, a couple spots down from there at the number 16 spot is KUCOIN. Now, their volume is just shy of $1 billion, yet KUCOIN does make my list of the top 4. And with that being said, let's take a look at why OKEX and KUCOIN make my top 4 list. And so we'll start with KUCOIN and a little bit of history on KUCOIN. They started several years ago, but really came into their own around 2017 when the crypto market really exploded. And if we look at the pros and cons for the KUCOIN exchange, the first thing we'll take a look at is the pros, and that would be low fees starting at 0.1%. A 0.10 fee is 0.1%. Where Coinbase has a 0.5% fee, and that will definitely have an effect on your bottom line, but a 0.1% fee will have less damage to your bottom line. And in reality, if you use the KUCOIN coin to pay your fees, you're actually at 0.08% fee, so you can actually get those fees lower, and that's why the fees are starting at 0.1%. You can actually go lower based on volume, and if you pay the fees with the KUCOIN native token. Another pro for the KUCOIN exchange is a wide selection of crypto assets. And if we jump back over here to CoinGecko, you can see Binance actually offers about 320 different coins with trading pairs around 1,100. And KUCOIN comes in with more assets at just over 400. However, their trading pairs are about half of what Binance is, and that comes in at 787 trading pairs, which is still plenty of pairs for trading. So in addition to a wide selection of crypto assets, KUCOIN also has good liquidity and trading volume, as we discussed earlier. They're just shy of $1 billion per 24-hour period, so that's plenty of volume on the majority of the coins that I would be trading. I stay away from a lot of the crap coins, and the coins I do trade have plenty of liquidity on the KUCOIN exchange. And then last but not least, KUCOIN offers free crypto trading bots, and they offer them on both spot and futures, where Binance only offers their free crypto trading bot on their futures platform. So at the end of the day, KUCOIN actually offers more in the line of crypto trading bots. Now, with that all being said, on the flip side, the cons to KUCOIN would be no fiat deposits. So you can't deposit with your bank account or a credit card or PayPal. You will need to fund an account with crypto. Also, one of the cons of KUCOIN is it is a custodial platform. Basically, you do not control your private keys. They hold your private keys, and as the saying goes, not your keys, not your crypto. That would be the case with a platform like KUCOIN, and that is the case with Binance as well. And so another factor I take into consideration when choosing an exchange is security, and KUCOIN actually offers a secure infrastructure by utilizing both hot and cold wallets. Now, the cold wallets mean the crypto that you deposit is stored offline. The hot wallets are the wallets that hold the crypto online and are most susceptible to a hack. And so the fact that KUCOIN utilizes both cold and hot wallets means that they do not store all of the crypto online, and the crypto in the cold wallets is pretty secure. But at the end of the day, you need to remember you do not hold your own keys, so KUCOIN acts more like a centralized bank, and they hold on to your funds and you don't really have control over it. And therefore, your crypto is as secure as it can be when being held on a centralized exchange like KUCOIN or Binance. Now, before we jump over to the next exchange, I do want to share the user interface for KUCOIN, and on their spot trading, it's not the most user-friendly interchange. I'm accustomed to it because it looks a lot like your traditional user interfaces. However, with that being said, I don't do a whole lot of trading on this platform. I actually do the majority of my trading on the Perpetual contracts platform. And that platform is a little more user-friendly. You can do your limit, your market, or your stop orders, buy long, sell short. Pretty straightforward. You have your order book, so you can read the tape with the recent trades in the order book. And as is the case with most exchanges, they utilize TradingView for their charting software, which is the charting software that I use. So overall, the user interface for KUCOIN is acceptable. All right, let's move on to the second exchange on the list of 4. And in reality, OKEX is probably number 1 on my list. I've shifted the majority of my trading over to the OKEX exchange. And if we take a look at the pros, you'll see they have low fees, again, that 0.1%. They also have a wide selection of crypto assets. And so jumping back over to CoinGecko, they offer 271 coins versus the 330 that Binance offers, or the 403 that KUCOIN offers. Trading pairs, they also have 476. Now, I will say again, I don't trade crap coins, and the pairs that they offer pretty much cover the majority of the coins I'd be interested in trading, and if they don't, then I can fall back to KUCOIN, and they'll certainly have me covered. And then as far as liquidity and trading volume, again, they're at $3 billion per day in trading volume, which is actually more than Coinbase. It's not nearly as much as Binance, but the fact it's more than Coinbase, in my book, puts it up there in the top 3 as far as volume goes. And then the last item on the pro side is the extremely intuitive interface. We'll jump over to that in a minute after we go through the cons, but you'll find that it is very easy to maneuver through that interface. Now, on the con side, OKEX is not available to U.S. citizens without the use of a VPN. They are also a custodial platform, so again, you do not control your private keys. Therefore, not your keys, not your crypto applies in this case as well. However, the next 2 exchanges we're going to take a look at in a moment are decentralized exchanges, and you actually hold your own keys. And that is the reason I'm pointing out the fact that these are cons when it comes to centralized exchanges like OKEX, KUCOIN, and Binance. Now, last but not least, when it comes to security, OKEX offers a secure infrastructure by, again, utilizing those cold and hot wallets. But in addition to utilizing both hot and cold wallets, they also utilize multi-sig authorization. So OKEX definitely takes security seriously. And again, your funds are as secure as they possibly can be when being held on an exchange where you don't have control of your own keys like you would with your own private wallet. Now, as I mentioned before, we'll take a look at the OKEX interface, and as you can see, very simple to use. They have the charting software, again from TradingView, and they have the order book, so you can look at the current bid and ask prices. You can also take a look at the trade history, and it will show you the current trades coming off the board. And then as far as placing the order, it's pretty simple. You can choose buy or sell. And you can also do a stop, trigger, or advanced limit. Now, I'll do a deeper dive review of this platform in a future video, so you might want to shoot that subscribe button now so you don't miss that video. But for today's purposes, I'm not going to get into the details of all these different order types. And so most of the orders I actually place are limit orders, where I can actually put in the price I'm willing to pay, the amount of the actual asset I want to buy, and then I can either use the slider bar or just type in the amount I actually want to spend on this order. And what I also like is the ability to preset my take profit number and my stop loss before I actually deploy the order. I typically, when I trade, I already have a take profit target and I always have a stop loss target. And the fact I can do that ahead of time before I hit buy or sell is one of the features that is winning me over to using this OKEX exchange. And that's pretty much it. It's straightforward, yet it does include all the intel I require in order to execute trades. And so at the end of the day, OKEX has really become my #1 go-to. However, with that being said, the next two exchanges we're going to take a look at, I think, are the future when it comes to crypto exchanges. So the first of those two exchanges is dydx, and the biggest pro is that it is a decentralized, non-custodial exchange. And in my opinion, that will be the future of exchanges, will be the decentralized exchanges. Now, with that being said, it won't be this year or next year. Perhaps in 3 years, probably more likely in 4 or 5 years, we'll see these decentralized exchanges take the lion's share of volume away from a lot of the centralized exchanges. Now, moving on, another pro, they do offer low fees, especially if you're on the maker side of the order. And in my case, since I do primarily just limit orders, I am typically on the maker side and I pay a 0.05% fee. And they do offer good liquidity, which we'll touch a little more on in a moment. Now, dydx primarily offers derivatives trading, and therefore you also, as a pro, have margin trading with 25x leverage, and the interface is extremely intuitive, much like the OKEX exchange. Cons would be limited trading pairs, as they are primarily derivatives, and if we jump back over to CoinGecko and click on derivatives, that will pull up the exchanges for derivatives, and again you see Binance is #1 when it comes to volume. But right at #3 again is OKEX, and in reality their volume is 17 billion, which is actually greater than FTX's trading volume of 10 billion. But the 17 billion is far shy of the 70 billion that Binance does. Now we're looking for dydx, and so if we scroll down a little bit, we'll see KUCOIN's #12 on the list, and if we keep scrolling down, we'll find dydx Perpetual with 25 million in volume, which I did mention earlier that one of the pros is it does have liquidity, but it is guaranteed liquidity via their automated market makers. And if you're not familiar with what an automated market maker is, I will do a more detailed review of dydx in the future. So now you might want to go ahead and shoot that subscribe button so again you don't miss those future videos. Now, as far as actual contracts, they only offer 21 contracts, and that is a con because they don't offer nearly the number of contracts that, say, OKEX does with 139 or Binance with 138. However, I will say they are continuing to expand this number, and in reality these decentralized platforms are new to the battlefield and are growing. That is why I think they're the future, and so I'm starting to use them a little more, but again, OKEX is probably still #1 in my book. And while the limited trading contracts is a con, that is a situation that is improving. Now, the next con is they do not accept fiat deposits. You will need to fund an account with crypto. And then as far as security goes, dydx is powered by the Ethereum platform, which has never been hacked. And funds are actually secured by smart contracts while they are on the dydx platform. Alright, moving on to the final exchange, and in my opinion, this may be the winner in the long run, and that is Perpetual Protocol. What I'm seeing out of this team is extremely impressive, and we'll take a look quickly at their pros. Again, they're a decentralized exchange, non-custodial platform. They offer low fees along with no gas fees. They offer guaranteed liquidity via their virtual automated market makers, which again, I will do a complete review of Perpetual protocol in the very near future. So stay tuned for that video. Now, as their name clearly states, you do trade perpetual contracts on the platform, and you can trade with margin up to 10x leverage. And another pro would be their simple to use interface. However, it might fall a little on the con side as well because it is a little too simple, and we'll get into that in a moment. Now, on the con side, they are limited to the number of perpetual contracts that they offer. If we jump back over here to CoinGecko, you'll see they come in at number 23, just above dydx that we were just looking at. And their 24-hour volume is 94 million, almost 95 million. So they do have quite a bit more volume than dydx. And they offer only 19 perpetual contracts, so that is not a whole lot of options. But since I don't actually trade crap coins, they cover the majority of the perpetual contracts that I trade. Obviously, they have Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a few of the other higher quality assets that I trade. So you do have to keep in mind that they're new and growing. And again, I believe this is the future of crypto exchanges, is these decentralized exchanges versus the centralized exchanges. Now, another con similar to KUCOIN or dydx, you cannot make deposits via fiat. You will need to hold crypto in a wallet like MetaMask. And then as far as security goes, their protocol has been battlefield tested and has successfully passed stringent security audits by Consensus and PeckShield. So with that all being said, let's jump over to the actual interface. And as you can see, when I go to the exchange, the first thing they'll ask me to do is connect my wallet, and I can connect my MetaMask wallet. After I connect my MetaMask wallet, then I am ready to trade. And you can either buy long or sell short. You can simply choose a variety of pairs from Aave to Bitcoin to Ethereum or a handful of others, and they are looking for suggestions for other pairs as well. And as you can see, you can adjust your leverage with the slider bar anywhere from 1x up to 10x. Now, the thing that is missing from this interface is they don't offer limit orders. And hopefully that will be added to this interface in the near future. There is another platform that uses Perpetual Protocol's blockchain. However, their interface reminds me of Atari in the 70s. That's right, I'm an old guy, and I used to play Atari back in the 70s as a kid growing up, and I will tell you that interface to the other platform reminds me of something like Pong. It is that basic when it comes to the graphic user interface, but I do like the user interface on perpetual contracts. Really, the only thing they're missing, in my opinion, is the ability to do limit orders, which I do imagine will be coming in the future. So, in conclusion, which exchange is the best? Well, as is often the case in crypto trading, the answer is it depends. For me, I currently use OKEX as my primary go-to. The bottom line is the exchange needs to have a high level of security along with a sufficient amount of liquidity. At the same time, you want to pay as little as possible in fees. At the end of the day, it's important to have a backup plan, and remember, 1 is none and 2 is 1. So that pretty much wraps it up. I just wanted to share with you the top 4 exchanges I use as an alternative to Binance. So if you like this video, do me a favor, spike a like. If you're interested in building wealth, trading, or investing in cryptocurrencies, that is the type of content that I create. So you might want to shoot that subscribe button. If you have any questions or comments, drop those in the comment section down below. I would be interested in hearing what exchanges you are using, so drop those in the comment section down below as well. I will drop links to the 4 exchanges in the description down below. And in closing, remember, never send your money into battle without first doing your recon. See you in the next video.